White people are great at having fun. That's a function of white supremacy.
So I was browsing YouTube when the following video came up on my feed. It's a video from Cut, title, "So what exactly are white people superior at?" And I basically noticed that this dumb video is, well, it's really bad. It really is. You basically have a bunch of people ragging on white people for no good reason. And, they generalize, they say a lot of ignorant things, and the internet has spoken. Because this video is being massively disliked. Currently, the video has 80,000 views and 8,000 dislikes. Only 3,000 likes. I'm surprised it's not more disliked than this. The comments are hilarious, and the video itself is extremely angering. We're gonna take a look, we're gonna break it down, and we're gonna respond to this absolute madness. But before we do, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell button for notifications for more content. And if you like this video, please share it online. But before we begin, a quick word from our sponsor.
Zuck the cuck drinks water like a duck, but he also drinks your data. So tell him and Google to shove your data up their schwing-schwangs by downloading the Brave browser. It's free, blocks online advertising, and protects your privacy and data from evil tech companies. You only see ads if you want to see them, and you get cryptocurrency for your attention. Don't let Zuck use you to make a buck. Download Brave by clicking on the link down below.
And we're back. Let's roll the clip.
What exactly are white people superior at?
Oh, well, according to television, everything. A white man could fly. Even a white woman, she could be 4'1". She knew karate. She could take down 15 people.
Now, to be fair, I actually agree with this one to an extent. But I think this person does not understand the phenomena. So, when she's talking about white people flying, I'm going to assume she's talking about Superman. Superman is from a comic book that was written a very long time ago, where white people were overwhelmingly the majority in America. It kind of makes sense to have a white superhero in that respect. But I do agree. There's a lot of modern media that depicts women, like 100-pound women, punching guys that are twice their size because they're strong, independent whammons. However, I think that's a symptom of feminism and progressive ideology. You see, women are actually not that strong, and it's not just white women. They depict Asian women, black women, minority women, all women as so strong and independent on TV. The reality is, it's all feminist make-believe. So they go on to say that they asked 100 black folks in America, and I don't know why they used folks, F-O-L-X. Why do they use folks? What does that even mean? I don't understand why these, okay, I'm going to call them communists. They're communists. I don't understand why these communists are always changing language, okay? Everyday people, normal people, they use folks, F-O-L-K-S, because it's called English.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it? Yes. Then you know what I'm saying. Yes.
What are white people superior at?
Apparently this question was comedy gold. I could think of a few things that white people have done.
White people love their dogs. That's all you see.
I get that you love your pet, but you need to take it everywhere. I guess, hey, emotional support animals, I get.
Imagine having love and empathy for another creature. I don't even know how to respond to this. What is wrong with loving your pets? I love my pets. I'm a person of color. What's your point?
What exactly are white people superior at?
Fuck, man, making cereal?
I gotta admit, that one was funny.
What exactly are white people superior at?
Smelling funky.
So this one is just plain, weird. I have to say, I don't know what this person means. In my opinion, white people smell like everybody, anybody else. I don't think it's specific to any sort of person. Maybe it's just hygiene, if you don't take care of your hygiene, you're gonna smell. So I don't understand this person's perspective. And also the shirt. Really? Is this really what this person believes? That all cops are Klan members? Because they uphold the law and protect us from criminals? Yeah.
White people are great at having fun. That's a function of white supremacy.
So this person literally just said that having fun is supremacy. I don't know what to tell you. Apparently, if you have fun, you're a supremacist. I had fun once.
White people are very superior at their privilege and utilizing it. We do not have the privilege to do whatever and however we want to.
I really don't agree with this statement at all. I don't think that anyone has any sort of privilege. You can't argue that things like affirmative action have given a lot of privilege to minority groups because, white people are being told, we're not going to hire you. You're not getting this job. We're going to give it to a minority. And then there's also higher education, which has higher standards for white people compared to minorities. It's leading to the situation where very unqualified individuals are getting into medical school, and getting into engineering school. And I personally think we're going to have a situation where we have a lot of unqualified people building bridges. I don't think it's going to end well. So no, I do not think that white people are very privileged these days. If anything, it's a disadvantage.
What exactly are white people superior at?
Not getting arrested.
Now, this is probably the funniest response in this entire video, and also the dumbest one. I mean, what's the key to not getting arrested, I wonder?
I was driving down the street down the highway with a friend of mine who was white, and he's like, I just want to pull over and pee. And I'm in the passenger seat. And I was like, please don't. Because a black man thinks differently. If I pull over to the side of the road and pee, a cop is going to be right behind me to punish me.
I really think it has nothing to do with that. Obviously, if a cop sees you pull over, they might stop just to check on you. And that's the problem I see in a lot of the culture today. Like, especially in the African American community, these kids are told that, white people are bad, cops are bad, and I feel like it gives them the false perception that if a cop approaches them, obviously, they must be there to harass them. In reality, maybe he's just worried about you. You ever stop to think that maybe he sees you pull over and he's like, oh, maybe this person needs some help. I'm gonna check on them.
What exactly are white people superior at?
Insecurity, pretending, fear,
being fearful of nothing, being ignorant,
blame,
letting their egos control their every move,
privilege,
feeling victimized.
So you can already see a lot of animosity here. I feel like all these people have a chip on their shoulder. And I hope these people understand that, let's say, for example, that somebody were to make the exact same video, but they were going to change the title to, so what exactly are black people superior at? And you asked white people. Do you really think this would be considered a non-controversial video? No, it would get lauded as racist and bigoted and totally discriminatory. But all of a sudden, it's okay for all of these black people to talk trash about white people. Doesn't really seem fair. And when they say white, who do they mean? The Irish? Europeans? Americans? Australians? It's almost like white people actually have a lot of different creeds and are very diverse.
They're just creatively thinking of new ways of always staying one step ahead of other people.
This just in, folks. Being intelligent is bigoted.
Get rid of slave catchers, then let's just expand the police force.
What? What are you talking about?
What?
What exactly are white people superior at?
Making us believe that we don't matter.
Believing that they're superior.
Feeling superior.
Thinking they're superior.
You know, the funniest thing to me about all of this is, and maybe this is just my perspective as someone who has deeply studied psychology and, the human mind and people in general, this is projection. So when they say that white people feel superior, what they're really saying is, I feel inadequate. I feel like these people are better than me, and it doesn't feel good. So I'm projecting, I'm saying, oh, well, they just have a superiority complex. When literally no white person out there is going to be like, yeah, I don't know. A lot of people did a lot of things, man. I'm going to go home and eat some avocado toast. And honestly, I just find it really sad. Because I don't think these people realize that their feelings are wrong.
How about claiming that, they are actually a whole separate race, when actually white DNA comes from the black female?
So I have no idea what she's referring to. Maybe it's the theory that all life came from Africa. I think that's been disputed in recent years. The reality is, there's actually multiple groups of hominid early humans that existed and could have evolved in a variety of different places. Whether or not it was Africa really doesn't matter. I really have no idea what she's smoking, but something tells me that she's read a little bit too many conspiracy articles on the internet.
What are white people superior at?
Conquering.
Imperialism.
All the white people out there are like, you're goddamn right. I think this argument's been made before, but if there is a culture or a group that has a good history of conquering, so what? So what? It's happened throughout history. Different groups of different colors and different creeds have conquered other people. Too bad. Genghis Khan was not white, and he had the largest empire in history.
Colonization. They might be better at that than us and everybody else, really. And everybody else.
It's true. These people literally think that white people are like some ultimate giga chads who just go around and take over everything and are super successful and amazing. I mean, I just find it really weird. They talk all this trash about white people and then they simultaneously say, man, these guys are badass.
And they walk into everybody's house and says, oh, this is nice, I'm gonna take your shit. And they have no qualms about it. They can take anything, baby.
You know, I just think a lot of these people don't have a real understanding of history. In almost 90% of cases, when white cultures colonized anywhere, they actually improve the quality of life of the local populace. And after the imperialists have been driven out of these countries, they always collapse. One example is Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe was extremely prosperous when it was Rhodesia. When colonizers, so-called, came in, they gave people education, they gave them technology, they gave them agriculture, and Zimbabwe was a great time. Everyone was fed, it was prosperous. And then, you know, there was movements that complained about the big bad colonizers, so they got rid of them, often in very bloody ways. Now Zimbabwe is a starving, crippled nation that has to beg white farmers to return. You know, I think this is all just a symptom of plain old ignorance.
What exactly are white people superior at?
Taking what's not there.
Taking shit. Taking our ideas.
Copycatting.
Gentrification.
Appropriating things that do not...
Look, I'm starting to get pissed off by this video. I've seen the riots, I've seen the BLM marches, and I've seen looting. Maybe bad people do bad things, and anyone can be bad, regardless of their skin color.
What exactly are white people superior at?
White people are not superior with anything.
Nothing.
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 There's nothing.
No.
Okay, these people are just bullshitting at this point. I just, oh my God.
I don't believe that they're superior in any way, shape, or form.
Just because our skin color is different, you're no better than me, you're no smarter than me. No superiority there.
Maybe you should take your own advice. The blatant ignorance and hypocrisy in this video is disgusting, and I'm honestly pretty pissed off. Like, this is approved by YouTube apparently, so it should totally be fine for me to react to it. This is a reaction video after all, and as you can imagine, the comments range from hilarious to very critical of this video. Danny Den says, I guarantee you, if this was the other way around, there would be a riot in Cut right now. Drop FM says, aren't videos like these just making the racial divide even bigger? America has me constantly dumbfounded. Newbie says, as a black person, IDK why this video exists. And that pretty much sums it up, folks. Purple Khajiit says, nobody likes to be generalized. Not black, Asian, white, brown. None of us. But that's merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about this video? What do you think about my breakdown? And what do you think the answer to the question is? Obviously, there are things that white people have achieved in history, and there are definitely things that modern black culture have achieved as well. Some of the richest, most famous people in the world and in America are black. Unfortunately, they push this divisive, ugly content and rhetoric, this critical race theory, this progressive left-wing ideology, and I just find it all very toxic and very wrong. But let me know what you think down below in the comment section. As always, if you want to support the channel, you can join me on Patreon or Subscribestar. I am funded by viewers like you. You can visit my merch store or one of my sponsors, and of course, share this video if you liked it, like it, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and I'll see you all next time.